Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Constantinides and you're watching VCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Constantinides and you're watching VCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. On Monday, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu disbanded an influential group that had helped to set Israel's war policy since Hamas launched its October 7th attack. Netanyahu dissolved the war cabinet, a coalition of political rivals that both sow and show unity at the top level of the Israeli government during the conflict. That unity began to collapse last week when Benny Gantz, Netanyahu's leading moderate opponent, resigned from his position in the government and war cabinet over what he had said was a failure to present any plan to govern Gaza following the war. Officials said that the prime minister was forming a new small group with whom to consult on wartime decisions. The shakeup came one day after Israel announced a tactical pause. Last week, the Supreme Court threw out a Trump-era ban on bump stocks in a 6-3 vote. The ruling said that the Justice Department exceeded its authority by classifying the device, which modifies a semi-automatic weapon to fire with the speed of a machine gun. The ruling, issued by Justice Clarence Thomas, strikes down a rule issued in the aftermath of a 2017 massacre in Las Vegas, when a shooter armed with bump stocks killed 58 people at a music festival. The Supreme Court found the government went too far, stretching the definition of machine gun that Congress established in the 1930s. President Biden, in a statement, recalled the hundreds killed or wounded in the Las Vegas shooting, saying, quote, "We know thoughts and prayers are not enough. I call on Congress to ban bump stocks, pass an assault weapon ban, and take additional action to save lives. Send me a bill and I will sign it immediately," end quote. Marking 12 years since the Sandy Hook Elementary shooting in Newtown, Connecticut, surviving first graders graduated from high school this past weekend. It was an emotional graduation ceremony for the high school seniors who observed a moment of silence for their 20 classmates who were shot to death at Sandy Hook Elementary School. About 60 of the Newtown High graduates attended Sandy Hook Elementary School and are survivors of one of the deadliest school shootings in U.S. history. Wednesday's graduation ceremony was largely closed to the media except for 2 local news organizations. As summer creeps in, the 2024 Paris Olympics are just around the corner. This upcoming weekend, athletes in track and field will hit the ground running for their trials, while gymnastics will have to wait until next week for their shot at representing the U.S. at the Paris Olympics. You can watch all the trials live on NBC and Peacock from June 20th through the 30th. A recent study shows that younger workers are more likely to feel lonely and underappreciated compared to their older colleagues. An American Psychological Association poll of more than 2,000 working adults found that nearly half of workers aged 18 to 25 said that people who are not close in age do not see value in their ideas and that they feel self-conscious about their age at work. These younger workers were also more likely to feel lonely, tense, or stressed out during their workday compared to older workers. Researchers say because more people are retiring later in life, the age demographics are changing in the workplace, and younger workers seem to be having the hardest time adjusting. The APA says that results of this poll are to urge employers to invest in strategies to support workers' well-being and mental health in these evolving professional landscapes and create psychological safe work environments for their employees. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more after the break.
James. He was surprised to find out that he has elevated blood pressure, which could turn into high blood pressure. So he talked with his doctor about a healthy path to get his numbers down. He quit smoking, which makes a big difference for his overall heart health. He also cut down on salt by watching out for high sodium on food labels and added a 30-minute walk 5 days a week to his routine. These healthy steps weren't easy, but lowering his blood pressure was worth it. Learn more about his healthy path.
Welcome back. In hopes of raising $8 million, town officials held a special election over the weekend to ask its voters to decide on the permanent Prop 2.5 tax override. Voters overwhelmingly approved the $8 million tax limit override on Saturday. The permanent override, the town's first, is part of the town's solution to its $18 million budget shortfall. Although the ballot question succeeded, the town still needs to close a remaining $10 million budget gap. The average single-family home in Braintree is valued at $668,178. With the passage of the override, the average property tax increase will be $454 next year. Braintree also has an override impact calculator that residents can check out at voteyesbraintree.com/howmuchwillitcostme. The opioid crisis reached a peak in 2022 in Massachusetts, with 2,357 deaths that year alone. But last year, the state saw its biggest decline in opioid deaths. The news for Braintree, however, is that there were 7 deaths from opioid overdoses in 2023, which is an increase from 1 from 2022, according to statistics from the State Department of Public Health. Braintree has only reached double-digit overdose deaths once since 2016, when the town had 10 in 2017. There were 6 deaths in 2018 and 2022, which were the lowest totals in that time period. The declining number of deaths for the state are attributed to increased investments in treatment programs and housing, the distribution of nearly 200,000 overdose kits, and increasing access to medications to treat opioid use disorder. The summer is upon us, and it's time for the Nelson Chin Summer Concert Series to begin. Beld will be sponsoring the free concerts every Tuesday evening at Braintree's Sunset Lake Whaling Gazebo, as well as one concert that will take place at Smith Beach. Shows run from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. starting on June 25th. For more information and a list of performers, head to braintreema.myrec.com. Trash and recycling in Braintree is getting an update. The town of Braintree posted a release alerting residents of new changes to the trash and recycling collection. Starting July 1st, Braintree will charge a $25 fee for every sticker used or issued. Stickers will no longer be included in the curbside trash collection fee, and also beginning on July 1st, curbside trash collection fees will be $200 per residential unit for the year. This charge will get lumped in with Braintree's water and sewer bill. Other updates include the resident one-load fees, compost bin fees, and the nixing of mattress collections. For more information, head to braintreema.gov. Due to the Juneteenth holiday falling on Wednesday this week, Braintree's trash and recycling will be delayed. During the week of the Juneteenth holiday, there will be a one-day delay for all trash and recycling curbside collections starting on Wednesday, June 19th. Normal collections will resume the following week. The Braintree Parks and Recreation Department will be holding summer fun programs for kids this year. The first 2 weeks of August, the department has organized 2 different themed weeks for kids in K through 4th grade. From August 5th to the 9th, Animal Planet Week will give kids the opportunity to learn about a variety of animals and their habitats. Each day will be a different animal-themed arts project. The following week, from August 12th to the 16th, Space Expeditions Week will get kids learning about the solar system by creating space-themed arts projects and by participating in space-themed games and activities. Both events have a fee of $250, and you can sign up now on braintreema.myrec.com. Thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll be right back with more stories in the area.
Take steps to keep yourself and your family safe from ticks and the illnesses they can cause. Use EPA-approved tick repellents on your skin and clothes. Read and follow the directions. Wear light-colored clothing to make it easier to spot a crawling tick. Check for ticks on yourself, your kids, and your pets anytime you've been outdoors. Some tick bites can make you sick, but finding and removing a tick properly makes it less likely. Call your doctor if you start to feel ill or notice a rash near the bite. Play it safe when you're outdoors.
Welcome! Joining me today in the BCAM TV studio is Lori Kavanaugh, Assistant Director to the Thayer Public Library. Thanks for being here, Lori. I know you have some summer fun activities to tell residents about, so I'll let you get right into it.
Okay, great. Thank you for having me. We've been trying to get out into the community a little bit more often. Some of you may have seen our librarians at the farmers market just this past Saturday. So if anyone needs a speaker, we're happy to come out. The library's just begun summer hours, which means we are closed on Saturdays, sadly, and it's part of our budget belt tightening that all the town departments are doing, but the library still has a lot going on in the summer. And we also have a lot that a lot of ways you can use the library from home without even having to come into the building. So I just wanted to mention a couple of things first. And one is a quote, that libraries will get you through hard times without money better than money will get you through hard times without libraries. Libraries just love that quotation. Because we do try to do a lot. The library is more than just a collection of books, although we do have books and we love to talk books with people. The library is a community gathering spot. It's a place where people can get together without having to spend any money whatsoever. We have our Friday drop-in play for young children and their caregivers is extremely popular. It's a time for the adults to socialize with each other and for the young children to play together and get a little socializing themselves. We also have groups for adults. We have board game nights, we have knitting group, we have a writers group, and 5 different book clubs for adults. So the library does offer a wide variety of activities for people with all interests, but we are also a place where people use the building for their own meetings, for their own groups, to find a quiet study spot. So the library is always having to balance the needs of the people who want a quiet study spot with the people who need a place for their group to meet. And that's one of the things we are always working on, trying to make better for people. So for summer, we are just gearing up for summer with our hours changing. We're now closing at 8 p.m., so some of our evening events will move a little bit earlier into the earlier part of the evening. But we have so much going on. I just wanted to touch on a couple of events that are coming up over this week and next for all ages. The first one for children is the Bubble Party. The first one I wanted to mention is the Bubble Party, and it's our kickoff for our summer reading program. The Bubble Party is Thursday, June 27th, so it's next Thursday, 2 to 3 p.m. It's going to be at French's Common across the street from the library, and we're having the Bubble Music Man come. So that's going to be a fun time to kick off our Read, Renew, Repeat summer reading program. This week on Thursday night, a walk through the Victory Garden with Eleanor Roosevelt is an event for adults, and that's Thursday, June 20th at 6 p.m. And then we also have a lot of things going on for the teens at the library. Mostly they don't happen in the mornings, they happen in the afternoons or the evening. One example is a monthly teen movie for the summer, and the first one will be Friday, June 28th at 1 p.m. And that'll be Barbie, so that should be a fun time for the teens. So I think I just wanted to touch on that fact that the library is a place to gather, but there's also a lot that people can do from home with your library card. People come in and they say they don't have anything on TV that they like to watch. The library offers streaming video services now, which people may not realize. We subscribe to Canopy, which is edutainment, and there's even a Canopy for kids, which people can use to make sure their children are watching relatively educational programming. There's read aloud books, animated books, as well as regular movies, feature films and documentaries for all ages. The kids, Canopy Kids can be parental protected so that you can give your child a tablet or watch it on TV. And they can't get out of the Canopy for Kids section. So there's no commercials. You know that they're watching safe and fun videos. So Hoopla is the same. It's a curated collection of videos that people, all they need is their library card and they can watch it, no commercials, and no subscription fees for the household. So that's just a couple of things. Another way of talking about a little bit of belt tightening, the library subscribes to a lot of products that you might want to use once in a while, but you don't want to purchase. The library has a library of things. You can borrow all sorts of things like a blood pressure monitor if you want to try it out before you purchase it, or one of those devices that you can measure your electrical usage, the wattage that's being used at your house, as well as things for children, and fun things like virtual reality glasses. So things that you might want to just borrow for a weekend or a week. As well, we have the subscription to the Consumer Reports database. So you don't want to have to come into the library and look it up in the magazines. You can just sign on from home. And there's all the reviews and ratings that Consumer Reports does. You can't get to that just by Googling. They will not give it to you for free, but the library subscribes. So through the library, you have access to all those ratings. So next time you need to buy a washing machine or, whatever, a new computer. So those are just a very couple of the things that we offer at the library that I just wanted to mention.
Yeah, absolutely. So it seems like the library is a huge resource for the town. So I just wanted to give you the opportunity. Are there any ways to contact the library if any residents had questions?
Definitely. The library website is thayrpubliclibrary.org. So that's THAYER. I think that might go up on the screen, thayrpubliclibrary.org. The phone number is 781-848-0405. And you can email the reference desk as well, referencedesk@braintreema.gov. So there's all sorts of ways you can contact us. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, and we have our own YouTube channel as well.
All right. Thank you so much for stopping in and telling us all about the summer activities today, Lori.
Attention! Attention!
What's going on?
It's summer reading time!
Wahoo!
Build it.
Create it.
Unleash it. Express it.
Free it.
Find your voice this summer at your library with reading programs for children, teens, and adults.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now let's get right into more stories. The sales tax holiday has become a tradition and staple of the summer season for many years now. This year, Massachusetts residents can expect the sales tax holiday on the weekend of August 10th to the 11th. On August 10th and 11th, the Massachusetts sales tax of 6.25% will be suspended for most items under $2,500. The holiday usually attracts shoppers to stores during what is traditionally a slow season for retailers. During the 2023 holiday, the state's Department of Revenue said economic activity in Massachusetts increased, leading to an additional $3.54 million in indirect tax revenue. However, shoppers can expect to pay tax on any items costing more than $2,500, as well as meals, motor vehicles, motorboats, telecommunication services, gas, steam, electricity, tobacco products, marijuana, or marijuana products, and alcoholic beverages. There have been some exciting Hollywood sightings in the local area. Matt Damon and Casey Affleck have been spotted filming their new thriller, The Instigators, in Quincy. In one scene, a dramatic explosion completely destroys Malachi's saloon on Granite Street. But it was just some Hollywood magic, and the saloon still exists today. A trailer for the movie came out on Apple TV Plus and featured scenes shot inside and outside Malachi's, as well as by the Squantum Yacht Club at Wollaston Beach, where Affleck and Damon were spotted last December. The movie has also filmed in Boston and Cambridge. Damon co-stars as a former Marine and father desperate to reconnect with his son. Overwhelmed by a mortgage and mounting child support bills, he turns to a shrink to cope with the stress. As a way out of his financial problems, he reluctantly teams up with an ex-convict played by co-star Casey Affleck. The Instigators will premiere on Apple TV. This week, Weymouth for Inclusion, Solidarity, and Equity will hold a Juneteenth celebration for the public to learn about the history of Juneteenth. The event will be held from noon to 5 p.m. on Wednesday, June 19th at Weston Park, next to the Tufts Library. The event will feature artist Jamil Adams as a keynote speaker, educational games and activities for children, and ways for adults to learn about the history of the holiday. The event will also feature tables hosted by nonprofit organizations focusing on diversity, equity, and inclusion work and businesses around the South Shore. Nantasket Beach in Hull and Wollaston Beach in Quincy are among 15 Metro and Greater Boston beaches whose overall water safety scores are included in Save the Harbor, Save the Bay's 2023 Beach Season Water Quality Report Card. This report used data from the state's Department of Conservation and Recreation to survey the water quality of each of the region's public beaches in Quincy, Hull, Lynn, Nahant, Revere, Winthrop, East Boston, South Boston, and Dorchester. Despite the nearly 70-year rainfall high last summer, 9 area beaches, including Nantasket and Wollaston, scored 88% or better. All the beaches combined had an average 2023 score of 85%. The report offered each beach's score for a 6-year period from 2018 to 2023. It also provided an average score for the covered period, with Nantasket's average score hitting 98% and Wollaston with 87%. Currently, both the beaches use a posting and flagging system to alert the public to high bacteria levels. If you recently received a text from Easy Drive, Massachusetts asking for payment, you're not the only one. The Massachusetts Department of Transportation is reporting that a new text scam has been going around where people in the Commonwealth are getting texts from a group claiming to be Easy Drive. People around the state have been getting warnings via text from the group saying, quote, "Your recent journey on the Easy Pass toll roads has resulted in a charge of $4.15. Settle your balance promptly to avoid any additional late charges," end quote. The message then asked the recipient to click on a link to pay the bill. MassDOT confirmed the message was a scam and warned recipients not to click that link or provide any information. The agency said it will never request payment via text message. Thanks for watching Braintree today. We'll be right back with more in entertainment.
Hi, I'm Tom Lyons, a retired captain from the Quincy Fire Department and the author of the book Fighting Fire, A Proactive Approach. Do you know that electrical failures are the third leading cause of home fires? Cords and plugs led in this category, while extension cords dominated this category. To avoid these fires, plug heat-generated appliances directly into an outlet. Do not use power strips or extension cords on these appliances. Power strips are designed for use with electronics only. Do not put electrical cords underneath rugs or pinch behind furniture. Do not overload outlets. Charge laptops and phones on hard surfaces only. Finally, if an electrical device is not working as designed, it is time to repair it or replace it. Be conscious of your home environment and be safe, and thank you for doing so.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. This week in entertainment, we have 3 movie recommendations for you to watch. First up, Inside Out 2 follows the emotions joy, sadness, anger, fear, and disgust, who have been running a successful operation by all accounts. However, when anxiety shows up, they aren't sure how to feel. The film stars Amy Poehler as Joy. You can watch Inside Out 2 now in theaters. Next, Treasure follows a music journalist who accompanies her father, a charmingly stubborn Holocaust survivor, on a journey to his homeland. While she's eager to make sense of her family's past, her dad has an agenda of his own. The film stars Lena Dunham and Stephen Fry. You can watch Treasure now in theaters. And finally, Turtles All the Way Down follows Aza, a young woman trying to be a good daughter, a good friend, and a good student, all while navigating an endless barrage of invasive, obsessive thoughts that she can't control. When she reconnects with Davis, her childhood crush, Aza is confronted with fundamental questions about her potential for love, happiness, friendship, and hope. The film stars Isabella Merced and Felix Mallard. You can watch Turtles All the Way Down now on Max. That'll do it for news today. Remember, if you're a customer of Verizon, you can watch BCAM TV in high definition on channel 2128. I'm Martha Constantinides, and thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll see you next time.